Hello, I'm Lima Alpha 6 November Charlie Alpha. In this video I will try to repair and test this Torn.E.b.
It just arrived in my lab. I check if all buttons work. The frequency setting is a bit stuck. The reaction button is completely stuck. I don't like dust, so I brush it with a paintbrush. I open the radio by the 3 big bolts. It looks very nice inside. It also has the distinct smell of German WW2 radio. Early production, 1938. I remove the screen cover. It looks so nice. All parts look fine, no corrosion. Look how nicely it is designed. I'm testing the radio, have connected 2-volt and 90-volt power. I am sending in a powerful radio signal. Nothing happens. Since several of the buttons are stuck and it doesn't work, I choose to disassemble the radio. This one is missing the screw. The screws on the front plate are difficult to loosen. I will show how I loosen almost all such screws. I put pressure on the screw in many small twists. I keep at it until it loosens, preferably up to 100 times or more. All the screws came loose. The antenna tuner capacitor is removed. The volume control is removed. A row of soldering terminals must be soldered apart. I detach the beautiful holder for the coil center. I have to be careful. It is fragile. The entire part is cast except for the part in the center, which is machined. The 4 wires connecting the 2 main parts are unsoldered. This plate lifts up all the contacts of the coil drum. I attach it so that the drum is free. I remove the arrow. Now I can remove the entire RF part. The antenna wire must be unsoldered. Here, the entire RF section is taken out. Very nice. So, I will try to take out the audio amplifier. This one is also well built. I had to unsolder a wire from the power connector. Finally, I want to remove the large coil drum. A very solid spring with a wheel ensures that the drum stops in the right place. The volume control must be removed. It loosens. Look at the amazing coil drum. I don't need to remove the shaft and the knob. It is easy to test the audio amplifier. I have soldered on cables from 2 volts and 90 volts power. An audio monitor with amplifiers also connected. This is the audio input terminal. I have connected a signal generator via a capacitor. The input has 90 volts. Great, it works. Great frequency range. I turn on the CW filter. We see how the filter works. This is without filter. And now I can use this amplifier to check the tubes. I twist a bit like this to remove corrosion. Okay. This tube is much weaker. Think I need to replace this. I have disconnected one of the capacitors and connected a capacitor meter. It measures good. The Q value is also good. I'm also checking one of these. And now the RF part. I brush away the dust. If there is a lot, I use compressed air. Now we will look at the tuning capacitor. I spray on lubrication and cleaning spray. Everything is stuck, so I use spray to loosen the parts. It gets better. This one is completely stuck. Perfect. I also measure one of the capacitors here. Measure's fine. I think the others are fine too. The front panel is painted over with an ugly, glossy paint. The result was surprisingly good. Here are the tools I used. And here are all the parts. Here is everything in place. Also the plexiglass. Looks nice. Spray grease on the axle. I mount the large coil drum. Spring is mounted. The spring is attached. The cable is attached. The RF section is attached. The antenna cable is soldered. The RF section is attached with screws. The audio section is mounted. Checks that everything can move properly. The contact springs must be lowered to the drum. Great. The beautiful molded drum holder is installed. I tap it down gently. I hear on the sound that it is down. The audio input cable is mounted. The instrument belonging to this radio was removed. I take it back from another radio. The glass is glued and everything is cleaned. Now I want to test the radio. Power is connected. One of the tubes was weak, so I have a new one. Exciting to open a new tube, which has been in the box for 80 years. It says week 20 year 1944. Absolutely amazing. Everything works fine. Corrosion on the contacts is removed in this way. I test with a 1 microvolt signal on 80 meters. The receiver works perfectly. I connect an antenna. The AM stations come in fine. And here is the result. It was almost like new. I move out and connect a transmitter. It is a medium wave transmitter, 5 watts SB with power. The receiver's antenna is connected to the transmitter. I tune the antenna, which is 25 meters high T antenna. Adjust to maximum current. Here is the nice power.
I will now try to call Lima Alpha 1 Tango Kilo Alpha on 160 meter. LA1 Tango Kilo Alpha, LA1 Tango Kilo Alpha, dette er LA6 November Charlie Alpha, over.
6 November Charlie Alpha, LA1 Tango Kilo Alpha, jeg leser deg klart tydelig, Helge, kom.
Ja, det er mottatt. Jeg sender med en 5 watt sender B fra 1942, og mottakeren er en Torn.E.b. Så QTH nå er Larvik. Over.
Ja, LA1 Tekvan, navnet er Egil Hundstak, og QTH det er Korsland, Brussel.
Ja, det er mottatt. Takk for praten. 7-3, LA1 Tango Kilo Alfa. Dette er Lima Alfa 6 November Charlie Alfa, over.
LA6 ja, LA1 Tekvan tilbake. 3, 1 Marianne.
Ja, det ble vellykket. It worked very well. And if you liked my video, please press the subscribe button and please write a comment below. Thank you.
Thanks to all the viewers. Please leave a comment and hit the subscribe button if you liked it. Camera, Marianne Myersvey. Thanks to LA1TKA, who is always ready to answer my calls.